What's up, collective? How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing well. So we're going to go ahead and get into your weekly message. We're going to see what's happening this week for the collective. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. It has everything that you need to know. And if you're returning, welcome back, guys. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything that you do for me, this channel, the collective, yourselves. You guys are awesome. So thank you so much. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. I finally got my nails done. As you can see, I finally was able to schedule some time in for myself. I literally had 45 minutes and they were able to do it in that amount of time, so we got it done. So let's go ahead and see what we got, guys. Let's see what we have this week. What's going on? I'm seeing a fire truck. Interesting. Everybody watch your flammables, right? But I am seeing a fire truck. Fire trucks make me think of an urgency. They make me think of emergencies. Perhaps there is something that's urgent, or perhaps you're feeling like something needs to happen very urgently. I almost feel like, yeah, pressure, dun, 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 dun. That's what they're saying. So I feel like under pressure. Somebody maybe, I don't know, guys. Maybe you feel under pressure. Maybe somebody feels under pressure around you. I don't know, okay? I do feel like there could be an urgency, though. They're also showing me in a Rubik's Cube. Maybe perhaps there's been something that's been very puzzling. Something that you've been trying to figure out, put a handle on is what I'm getting to. So we have the oyster coming out, one of my favorite animal totems. I love oysters. Oysters talk about pleasant surprises. It talks about things maybe not looking so great on the outside sometimes, but on the inside, it's amazing. It's wonderful. This talks about, you know, hard work paying off as well with the oyster, okay? Because for me, oysters, you have to, first of all, figure out how you're going to get them open, okay, right? You have to shuck them. And then once you get them open, you know, it's cleaning them and taking care of them and all that stuff, and then cooking them or eating them, whatever. It's just that energy of like good work, good hard work pays off with the oyster. Also, agitation is preparing you, right? When you're uncomfortable, you are being prepped or prepared for greatness. Pleasant surprises can come from uncomfortable situations. It's also something that we get from the oyster energy, because a grain of sand actually creates the pearl. The grain of sand will get into the oyster, and then it will cause an irritation, and all that friction will then cause a pearl to be created, okay? So that's the energy with the oyster. I do overall with the oyster, I get magical surprises. Looks can be deceiving. Again, irritations or annoyances or uncomfortable situations can lead to blessings. Is also something I get with the oysters, okay? I do feel like, collective, you might be a little rough around the edges. I feel like maybe perhaps this week, not everybody understands you, not everybody gets you. Maybe it's not just this week, maybe it's life in general. People don't really understand you or get you. You are different, you are unique, but you are of value too. There's something that's very valuable about you as well, okay? But not everybody understands that part of you. Not everybody takes time to get to know you on a deeper level. You know, I get the energy of like, people like to think that they can read people, but really they're just reading an outside appearance. They're not actually looking deeper into the soul, into the essence of a person and reading who they are. They're just reading sometimes what I'm being told, right, is that people are reading through the lens of their own perception. So they see you and they think they have you all figured out because they're looking at you through the lens of their own perception. And sometimes the perception is also what they're projecting off of themselves. So let's say that you happen to do a lot of good deeds, right? Let's say you're like me and you go out and you do a lot of good deeds and you do things in your community. People will look at you and critique you and tear you apart and go, oh, she probably doesn't do all that stuff, or she doesn't do this, because they don't actually do all that stuff, because they act like they're doing good things for their community, but really they just sit on their butt all day, right? It's that kind of energy, okay? That's just a very transparent specific example because you guys know I like to be transparent. It could be anything with you guys, okay? People might look at your work ethic and go, oh, well, that person isn't that hard of a worker. They're not that capable of that. And it's really like, no, they're actually reading themselves and their own projections of they're not a hard worker. They're not capable, right? Maybe somebody has seen all of what you've gone through, or heard about all of what you've gone through, all the struggle in your life, all the pain in your life, and they can't understand how can you go through all this struggle and yet still have something beautiful to offer to the world? How can you still be filled with light? How can you still be out there shining and out there doing your thing? How can you still believe in the world after everything you've been through? That's not possible. That's not real. You must be hiding something. You're a fairy tale, you're a liar, you're whatever. But it's just because they are immersed in their own darkness. They have not learned how to take their darkness, transmute it, turn it into positive energy, and put it back out into the world. They have not healed themselves. So they look at you through the lens of their own trauma. Because they aren't able to look at life in a positive way after all they've been through. They don't think anybody can. This is a very closed-minded type of energy I'm getting. So I don't know if this is people around you, if it's you collective, I don't know. But that's the kind of energy I'm getting. I like to think, as you know, I give my collective the benefit of the doubt. So I like to think that this is people around you that are thinking this about you. Because I'd like to think that by now, enough of us in this collective have done our inner work to know that there is hope after darkness. And that all the things that you go through, it is for you to turn around and heal somebody else, to help somebody else going through that struggle. You've went through abuse, emotional, mental, physical, sexual, whatever. It's for you to turn around and help other people who have been through that. You've been homeless before, right? And you've been able to pull yourself out of that hole. It's for you to go help somebody else to pull themselves out of that hole, right? You've been cheated on and manipulated and lied to, and then been able to get back your self-confidence and assert healthy boundaries in your life. It's for you to turn around and go help somebody else who's going through that. Learn to teach them how to assert healthy boundaries and learn to love themselves again. You see what I'm saying? All pain has a purpose, in my personal opinion, and not everybody is going to agree with it. That's why it's mine, okay? That's why it's my personal opinion. Because that's how I choose to look at life. I like to look at the brighter side of life. I like to look at everything has a reason. Everything happens for a reason, even the horrible things, even if it's so you can experience that so that you can then help somebody else heal from that themselves. Because life is tough, guys. Earth is not fun. The simulation that we live in is meant to bring us pain. It's meant to bring us struggle. That's what our soul craves to experience. Why? Because that's the way you grow. Nobody grows or learns from a happy, fulfilled life where nothing bad ever happens. We actually don't have any case studies for that because that's not a real thing. But still, you know what I'm saying. So, I feel like you might be being unfairly judged from a distance because people have nothing better to do than pick apart you and what you do. So I don't know what to say about that because people are always going to judge you, and if you sit around worrying about what people think about you, what people are going to say about you, you're not going to live a very fulfilling life, collective. You're only going to ever live through the limitations of what somebody else deems is acceptable for you. Okay? So what do we have? We're going to use the Keepers of the Light Oracle by Kyle Brown. Or is that Kyle Brown? Kyle Gray. Oops, wrong color. Kyle Gray. Okay? We have hope coming out, love and acceptance. I do feel that out of a dire situation, you're starting to feel, collective, or people around you, whatever, take it as resonates. Somebody is starting to feel like there's hope in a situation now, that there's hope in their life, that they have a guiding light almost that they can go towards. They're showing me a lighthouse in the distance, okay? So I am getting that energy of there's hope now for me. I see the path forward, okay? Love and acceptance, it says, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. This is, oh Lord, I cannot even sometimes. That's literally a very short, eloquent way of what I just said, okay? Like, choose loving thoughts. Choose to be positive. Love is yours. You can live in the vibration of pain, fear, hate, anger, or you can live in the vibration of love. It really is your choice because bad things happen to a lot of people, right? Bad things happen to a lot of people. Doing the work that I've done with life coaching and mentoring, I've heard a lot of bad things that have happened to a lot of people. Things that would horrify you, I have heard. And yet I have sat there and watched as they picked themselves up and turned it into positivity and said, you know what, I feel like my purpose is I just want to help somebody who's felt like I've felt. I've experienced that. Those are the type of interactions and experiences that have given me hope too. Like low key, right? You guys say I inspire you all the time. You guys inspire me all the time. With your stories, your comments, I read every single one. I don't just go through liking. I read the comments. From the emails I get with the people who have interacted with me, you already know, right? Let me turn this down a little bit. Even though it's kind of down, but still, it's get distracting sometimes. And then of course when I'm doing my mentoring or whatever, you know, in the past and stuff, it's very inspiring to watch people who have struggled pick themselves up. So I'm just saying, you guys are a lot stronger than maybe you give yourself credit for, or this is somebody around you who is finally starting to realize that there is hope, that there is happiness in the world, that they can take a dark situation and find positivity out of it, okay? The lotus here, lotuses can be very significant for thriving and blooming out of a dark place, because lotuses grow in murky, muddy, disgusting water. Okay? Dark situations. The rose that grew from the concrete is another reference they're giving me too. They're giving me the energy of somebody who was like in public housing or was shifted around a lot as a kid, didn't really know where their place was in the world. They're giving me the energy of like foster care, something like that. And this person now is filled with hope, and they have a very big purpose in their life. Like maybe they're supposed to be in like the Big Brother, Big Sister program or something and help other foster kids. I don't know. I'm getting something like that. But see, when you vibrate from this frequency here of love and acceptance for yourself, for others, for what your path is and where it's taking you, because that is one of the most crucial, vital steps for healing, is acceptance. Accepting why, or accepting that it's happened. Because that was one thing that I would get asked numerous times. Well, why, Jess? Why has this happened? Why? And I'm like, honey, we can sit here and we can ask why till the cows come home, and we still won't ever get the answer. Because sometimes pain and bad things have no rhyme or reason. The only thing we can do is accept that it's happened and move forward. Which can be really, really hard when it feels like you're a victim. But that's why we have to step out of victim mode. Because there are no victims in this collective. Been spending most of my life living in a gangster's paradise. They're giving me that, they're giving me that, that movie. What is that movie? With that blonde lady that goes into the school that's like, you know, lower income kids or whatever. And she's like a ex-military. What is that? It's Coolio did the soundtrack. What is it? Dangerous Minds or something? I don't know. I know you guys probably know what I'm talking about from my movie aficionados, but that's the scene they're giving me where she's talking about there are no victims in this class. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. Like, maybe you've been in victim mode, collective, which is okay. We're all there sometimes. I'm always on the boat with you guys. Remember that. I'm always right there with you. And I have definitely been in victim mode before. I have been in victim mode a lot, okay? With certain circumstances. And why did this have to happen? And why did it have to go down this way? And why? And it's like, Spirit's like, but it's deeper than that though. It's deeper than the why. That's the thing. Like the why comes from that surface human level of the emotional attachment that you have to it because you've been hurt, because your human side has been hurt. The soul craves the experience, guys. Okay? So that's the energy I'm getting here, is that there are no victims here. There's only warriors. There's only warriors, okay? And I feel like that's something that you're excuse me, learning for yourself, or you're finally awakening. Maybe you're having an epiphany or whatever, an instant realization to what this is, you know, for you, that's what it is for you. You're not a victim. It's kind of the energy I'm getting, okay? So why I got so excited about this card, this is an amazing card to get. This is, for me, one of the best cards in this deck because it talks about Dharma. Dharma is good karma. Dharma is when you have done things not because you wanted to get praise or glory or, you know, a reward, but because it's the right thing to do. Right? It's the correct thing to do. So let's say you go out of your way to help people. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Okay? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You've earned some kind of good karma here this week. Or you will, or something like that, collective. Oop, I'm going to try not to tap on the cards because I know y'all came for my neck last time I had nails and I did that. Like, Jess, we know your nails are cute and everything, but could you stop tapping on stuff? Thank y'all. Anyways, okay, so it says, remember that you are on a path and take one step at a time to happiness. Don't push yourself. Don't get too caught up in the, where is this going? What's going to happen? How is this going to look? What is the outcome? It's like there's so many questions here, and Spirit's just like, I mean, I understand your questions, but at some point you're just going to have to kind of go for it and hope for the best, right? You're just going to have to go for it and hope that everything is going to work out exactly as it should, and that that everything is going to happen in the highest goodness for everybody involved, right? And you too, collective, okay? Not just other people. Because I know I have like I always pick this up in the collective energy, but there's like a lot of people who are like sacrificers, like they'll sacrifice their own happiness to make sure that everybody else is happy, to make sure that everybody else is okay. And it's like, you matter too, collective, okay? Your happiness matters. You know, you matter. With all this yellow energy, it's making me think of, you know, of course, the solar chakra, but it's just making me think of bright, happy, sunny energy. It makes me think of clarity. It's like there was like a dark, musky room, and all of a sudden the drapes have been thrown open and light is being shed upon everything. It's like somebody, I feel like with this, especially with this oyster and like the light emerging from it, I just feel like somebody is coming out of a dark place and seeing that there's actually a lot of potential in their life, or there's a lot of potential in a situation or whatever. Like maybe they're leaving a dark situation for a situation that's going to bring a lot of light, purpose, love, hope in their life. This could be a job. It could be a relationship. It could be an addictive, you know, behavior. It could be anything, collective. It's up to you. It just is whatever resonates for you. But that's the kind of energy I'm getting. All right, one more. One more, what's happening for the collective this week, Spirit? Okay, and we have, this one kind of wanted to pop, but I'm not going to take it because it didn't pop all the way, but it's talking about increased awareness. But that's exactly what I was just talking about, so it's fine that we're not taking it, because that was literally what I was just talking about. With like, you know, having this epiphany, having the awareness to think beyond your emotional connections and attachments to something and be like, you know, I see the purpose of why this has all happened, which is a huge, huge clue and hint that you are definitely healing, collective, because when you're able to do that, that's a very positive step. That's a very positive step when you're able to detach yourself from the pain of it and see the purpose of it, okay? So, Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness, that's not a word, wholeness, and recognize that you have the power. Ooh, that's powerful. Whew. When you recognize that you have power, and I'm not talking about like authority over people, I'm talking about power over your own life, power over your own emotions, power over your own light, and what you give that light to. Who you give that light to. That is true power. When you see that you are in charge of your healing and that you can heal yourself, and possibly even then move on to healing others, because that's the first step for my little light worker wannabes out there. Hello guys, right? The first step is to heal yourself. You have to work on your own self-healing. You don't have to be completely healed. It's not like something that you have to be perfected at and you have to be perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. There is no such thing as anybody who is perfect on this planet. And if there is, I would love to meet that person and ask them how they've ascended and reached that pinnacle of glory. But I very seriously doubt that there's anybody that's perfect on this planet, okay? But that is the first step, is learning how to heal yourself before you could ever heal anybody else. Okay? Because how are you gonna tell somebody how to heal themselves if you don't even know how to do it? How are you gonna help somebody with their mental health if you can't even help yourself with your mental health? And again, I'm not saying that you have to cure yourself, be perfect at things. All I'm saying is that you have coping mechanisms, healthy coping mechanisms. Right? Do you have ways that you calm yourself down? Have you been able to conquer something? That's what I'm saying. Okay? Because it is imperative if you're wanting, because I'm getting energy of somebody who wants to get out there, wants to help people, especially with mental health things. I'm picking that up big time. It's like, again, it's not, you don't have to be perfect. But I'm just saying that, like, it's imperative that you do have yourself somewhat under control too, that you make healthy choices for yourself. We lead by our actions, not by our words, because people are energetic beings. People can tell when you're phony and when you're not. Like, real, honest to God, tuned in people, not people that are, again, viewing you through a lens of their own perception and their own projection. I'm talking about true people. Y'all can tell if I was full of crap or not. Y'all be able to tell if Jessica's just sitting here and she's never really healed herself, she's never really done any work. But the way I talk, the way I move, the way I evolve, the way you've watched me change over this last, 2.5, 3 years that I've been doing this channel, you can see my growth. You can see that it's authentic. The consistency that I have. Okay? That's what it takes to do light working. Because it's almost like that reading that we had, what was it? Was it last week? I don't know, guys. I do so many of them, right? I don't know. But the one that was energy never lies, that's what I'm saying. It's one thing to go out there and say you're a light worker and you're doing all this and you care, and it's another thing to actually do it. Okay? That's all. That's all, right? So with Bridget, I do feel like you have this flame of passion right now, that you perhaps are very fired up about something, is something I'm getting too. I feel like you have a burning flame for something, or even somebody, right? Doesn't matter, because we'll see what this is talking about when we get into the tarot later in this reading. But I do feel like you have this burning flame of desire for something. I'm just getting this energy, like the lotus is blooming out, his crown chakra is blooming out, the fire is blooming out, the oyster. It's like you're emitting a lot of energy this week, and it's noticeable. Like, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to try other than what you're normally just doing, and it's like people are very drawn. It's almost like a moth to the flame. So be cognizant of that. I was gonna say be careful, but I don't want to scare anybody. So it's like, be cognizant of that, because when I think of a light worker, or I think of somebody who, even if you're not a light worker, if you're a light bearer, which is what I call people who are not light workers but still possess the light, that is a light bearer. Okay? You're not working the light yet, hun. Calm your jets, okay? But I think of it as like a house, a cabin out in the woods, and the back porch light is on. And it's dark all around the house, but that porch light is lit up. You can attract all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Good things and not so good things are going to be very attracted to your light collective. Okay? You're going to get bugs and moths and mosquitoes. You're going to get little animals. Might even get some people with not so great intentions. Okay? So they also always show me that reference for light bearers, and then they also always show me the reference of Hocus Pocus. Yes, it's that season, guys. I gotta watch that movie now. You know, I always watch it in this season in October. They always show me that scene where, you know, they open the spell book, and they've been told not to, right? Classic kids doing what they're not supposed to. But they open the spell book, and it emits the light that they can't see from it, but the witches can see it. That's how they know where their spell book's at if it ever gets lost. So it goes shooting, the light goes shooting up into the air, and the witches are like, oh, there it is, you know, and all that stuff. But that's what they also show me. It's like you don't even realize sometimes how much you shine, collective, how bright that you are, how amazing your energy is, and all kinds of things want your energy. It's not just good people, and it's not just wounded people that want your energy. It's not just good intentioned wounded people, because there's good intentioned wounded people, and then there's ill intentioned wounded people, right? Because hurt people, we know that. So if you run across somebody who the way that they process their pain is to make somebody else feel pain, you can end up on the wrong side of that. It's raising my hand, it's definitely happened to me before. Okay, I've had people take out their pain and their traumas on me plenty of times, numerous people. So you have to be very cognizant of your own light. That's where this is coming in with your own inner strength. That's what this is talking about when it's saying, you know, recognize that you have the power, that it's your power, that you possess this light, that you possess whatever it is that attracts people to you, that brings your healing, whatever that is, collective. Okay? So, let's see, guys. You might want to wear bendies this week if you like to do that. I like to do that to protect my third eye, so I'll put on a bindi sometimes. Maybe even wear some headdress. Okay, something that you might like to do this week. I was gonna say there's something significant about pearls, looking at her, but then I'm like, right, duh, pearls. Okay, so I feel like some of you might be getting some pearls of wisdom this week. You might be getting some clarity in something. Again, we're getting more luck of the Irish. The Irish has been coming in strong, boy. It's funny because I was actually watching a documentary the other night, which is that's something you'll definitely hear me say often. I was watching a documentary the other night on the Irish potato famine. So I never really got that luck of the Irish thing. I almost feel like it's like an oxymoron, because it wasn't very lucky at all. But yeah, the Irish has been coming through, like the Celtic stuff. So maybe you need to meditate to some Celtic music or something like that, or go on a vision quest and see if there's something like that. Maybe some of your ancestors that are Irish descent or something like that are here with you. But yes, I'm getting the energy of covering up your third eye, covering up your crown, protecting your third eye. And not necessarily because people are going to be maliciously going after you. I mean, some people could, right? But it almost feels like just because you're going to be emitting such a powerful frequency, and I'm hearing that this is not going to be just this week. Excuse me. This is going to be over the next few weeks, that you're just emitting so much light that it's like you have to be protected. You almost have to shield yourself and only let that light out when you feel like it's fit, when you feel deemed to do that. It's like if we were to open this oyster with, look how much light is already emerging from that. It'd be like, ah, right? That would be how it would if it just opened. It would be like, whoa, bright and everything. So it's kind of like that's the energy that they're giving me, collective. What do we have this week for the collective? Right, let's see what we have. We have old thought. I do feel like what this is saying here with this old thought is there's going to be a lot of reminiscing about something this week, thinking about something. With this sepia, it makes me think of like old time photos or like vintage type of energy. It makes me think of like a feeling of comfort almost too, okay? But what I'm getting here is that some old thoughts are transmuting into something new. Like, again, like I was saying, there's like this energy of like, you don't think of something the same way that you used to. Wow, I just had like a mini Irish accent that just almost came out. What was that? Starting to feel like Oda Mae in Ghost. Like, don't you jump into me again, right? Like, what was that? Like, oh man, that was really weird. Oh my gosh. Anyways, because I could hear it in my own. There, it just happened again. Y'all. Anyways, I could hear it in my own voice and I had to stop myself because I'm like, I am not Irish. or Scottish or none of that, okay? Not by a long shot. So yeah, anyway, that was weird. So with the sepia old thought, yeah, it's like, you're not thinking of something the same way that you used to, collective. You've had an evolution in your mind. Like, you're thinking of something in a new way. So old thoughts are starting to leave. Maybe before you were viewing somebody or something in a certain way, and now it's like you see the higher perspective of it, and you maybe even see light at the end of the tunnel, or you just see your own power within the situation is what I'm getting. What else do we have for the collective this week? From my YouTube collective. Thank you, Spirit. We have light apricot, release your fears. And I like that this has came out underneath the Dharma unfolding, because, you know, sometimes we have to take leaps of faith. And I really feel like that's what this card is almost talking about. Sometimes it does give me like Fool type of energy sometimes, because it says, remember that you were on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness, right? Like, but you have to take one step at a time. Right? You have to jump forward. I don't know if you can see, there's some shadows and stuff. I'm in a different part of the house because I don't have a very big house, but I'm on the other side of the house because I rearranged everything. Long story short, I don't feel like getting into it, but I rearranged everything. And so the lighting here is like, there's shadows. It's all great. It's all good. Y'all don't come here for the visual aesthetics, right? You come here for the message, so... I would like to think so anyways. So releasing your fears. Yeah, you have to take one step at a time though. You have to take a step though. They're showing me like a little boy, and he's like got his superhero underwear on with the cape, and he's like, I'm a superhero, I'm Superman. And it's like, it's almost like that energy of fearless, right? That energy of, you know, taking that risk, taking that chance to go after what makes you happy, or to sink your teeth into something new, or, you know, do something that's rewarding for yourself, you know, even if it's scary. It's like that quote, to speak your truth even if your voice is shaking. It's kind of like that, collective. One more for the collective energy, YouTube, this week. What's going on, Spirit? Whoa, how did I know it was going to be blue, bro? Something told me it's going to be blue. Make it blue. Make it pink. All right, so cornflower, stand up to the elements. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for this cohesive message, right? I like cohesiveness in the readings. So stand up to the elements with cornflower right under inner strength. Come on, right? You're definitely, you know, asserting your authority, asserting your power, and standing up for yourself. Possibly even, you know, maybe having there might be like not a confrontation. I mean, there could be. But it's almost like maybe you do need to have an uncomfortable conversation, or maybe you do need to stand up for yourself if you're accused of something, or I don't know, something like that. There is that kind of energy of maybe somebody approaching you, collective, and wanting to ask you, is this the case? Or I heard this, or I need to tell you this because this is how I'm feeling. I'm just getting that kind of energy. I heard omission too. So somebody might have omitted something from you, which a lot of people like to act like that's, trying to get this lit, guys. A lot of people like to act like omitting something is not lying, but to me it kind of is. Because if you have, there we go. If you have knowledge of something that you've done, right? To me, if you're not telling me that, but you know, it's like if I didn't directly ask you, you feel like you don't need to tell me. That to me is kind of lying. That's being a little bit deceitful. So I'm getting that energy. I'm hearing omission or omitted. So it's like somebody knows something, but they didn't say it because it was never actually asked, if that makes sense. That cornflower is really asking you to recognize your own strength and your own power in a situation, that you have a voice and that you can speak out if you want to. Again, with blues, I always think of, you know, clarity. I think of a lot of mental energy. I think about communication too. And I also, with blues, I think about healing. So there could be some, again, communication that is going to heal you this week, or you're healing yourself through communicating with somebody else. And I do almost feel like it's something that you've been omitting, like something that you've known to be true, but you haven't actually said. For some of you, maybe you have been asked and you just haven't admitted it, and now it's time to admit it because it's like it's bearing in on you is what I'm getting. I'm getting that feeling of like, yeah, under pressure. That's the energy I'm getting. Like the pressure is getting to you. You know, it's almost like that energy of like when you really want to, like, I don't know why they're giving me the feeling of guilt, but they kind of are. But you know how like when you feel guilty about something and it's like you're good and you're not saying, I mean, most people with souls who actually, you know, empathize with people, you know, you're good with not saying something for a second, but after a while it's like, okay, I've got to say something because I can't keep this in anymore. Like it's driving me crazy, right? It's that kind of energy. Like it doesn't have to be a situation where you feel guilty. It could just be how you're feeling about something. It could just be your truth of where your heart is at, where you're at. This could even be in regards to work. Like maybe you've been putting so much on yourself and, you know, it's time to tell your boss that really, you don't think you can do this, or I can't handle this. This is too much. Like you need to let somebody know. Maybe this is a relationship collective where it's like, you're not happy anymore. You're not present in this relationship anymore. There's no passion there. You're going through the motions, right? Everything is like just dull and it seems. And maybe there's a part of you that feels guilty even thinking that, or even that you feel that way because you feel like you should feel this way. You should be this way. But you can only ever be what you are, right? And people who love you truly love you, and not from a place of possessiveness, but an actual place of love. They are going to want you to be happy. People who want you to stay with them in relationships and careers and friendships, whatever it might be, collective, people who want you to stay with them regardless of you being happy, those people are possessing you. They are not loving you. There is a difference. And maybe this is something that you're starting to learn. Maybe you're starting to learn that you sacrificing your own happiness, your own self for other people, and people being okay with that, that is not true love. That is not love. I don't care what anybody says. I really don't. Because I've been here 35 years. I've been through my fair share of relationships. And I know what it's like to have to let somebody go that you love. I know what it's like to have to let somebody go and know that it can't happen with them, but you still love them and you still hope that they find happiness then. You know? There's that, what is that quote they're giving me? I don't know. They're not giving me the whole quote. They're just referencing it. But it's like that quote where if it's like, if you loving somebody is like loving a flower or whatever. If you love a flower, you should never pick it because then it's just going to die. And picking the flower is like possessing it. I don't know. For whoever knows that quote that is, well, you know, if you know, let me know. Because that's the energy I'm getting from that. Like, people who love from a place of possessing you. That's what I'm getting for somebody out there, okay? Anyways, moving forward, hope. Keep hope alive, right? Jesse Jackson or whoever said that. So, hope, love, and acceptance. Why is this here? Oh, my deck is upside down. I'm like, why is that card coming up in reverse? Because I make sure all my cards are in the upright. So 9 of Swords, you know, nothing happens by mistake, so perhaps it meant to come out in reverse, but either way, the message is the same, honestly, with this in reverse or not in reverse. This is what you've been, right? This is where you've been. For some of you, you might not even be getting a lot of sleep. Maybe you have dreams, nightmares that haunt you. Maybe you keep dreaming about the same person over and over again, and it's haunting you. I'm getting that energy, too. Like, you ever had a dream, like, well, of course you have. Collective, this is your message, right? But you know what I'm trying to say. Have you ever had a dream of like where you dream about somebody and you just wake up and you're sad? And you're like, dang, man, why did I have to dream about that person? Now I'm sad. Like now I miss them. Now I'm thinking about them. And it's like, dang. And then have you ever had that dream every single night? Because I have. Right? So that's that kind of energy here where it's like you can't sleep. I mean, I'm not going through that currently or anything, but I'm just saying I've been there before. But you know, this is that kind of energy where it's like you can't sleep because you dream about things. Somebody is regretting their actions or something that they've done too, is what I'm getting. This could be in regards to you, collective, or this could be you, okay? Either way. But somebody is regretting their actions here and how they've done things, or how they, maybe that was the guilt I was picking up. I don't know. I feel like somebody feels like something could have been handled better. But I feel like they were in a dark night of the soul. They had like a serious border or barrier. And I feel like, collective, let's just say that you were talking to somebody, messing around with somebody, loving somebody, right? And they were treating you in a way that was not that great, but you were seeing the light within them. It's like that light always existed, collective. It was always there. It's not that this person was a bad person. Some of y'all would beg to differ, and maybe I'm not talking to you, Toots, all right? But it's that energy of like, that light was always there. It's just that they were going through something, so they could only love you through, again, the perception and the lens that which they love themselves. Because if people cannot love themselves, if people don't love themselves, they cannot love you the way that you need to be loved. Those people will only ever possess you, like we talked about, right? Or push you away. Because sometimes when you try to love somebody, right? It's like this is them, and then that's you, and they're just like, I'm not in the position for this. I don't even know where to even start with somebody like you. You're happy, you're sunny, you're positive, you have all this love to give, and you're not afraid of it. Like, you just, you know, I don't even know where to start here, or where to begin, or what to do. I don't know. And so rather than telling you that, because again, these people are not going to be vulnerable, right? That's, again, something they're scared of. They just push you away. I feel like something like that happened to you, collective, or you did that to somebody. Okay? Like, either way, that's the kind of energy I'm getting. I'm sorry about all the clicking in the background. I have all these lighters, man, and not one lighter will work. Dang it, man. That happens when you're not a smoker. Like, you don't keep up on your lighters. I just want to light my incense, bruh. Okay, anyways, sorry guys. I thought I had intermission, guys. Go get you some Cheetos or whatever. I thought I had a lighter. Oh, I do, yes. Because I buy the cheap ones because, like I said, I'm not a smoker, so I don't really need fancy lighters. When I was a smoker, I used to carry a Zippo. But I do need lighters for my candles and my incense still. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, I feel like there's this pain or this worry or this stress or negativity that you're coming out of, okay? That's the energy that I'm getting. You're learning to see hope, or you're starting to see hope in a dark situation. You're starting to see that, you know, possibly there's something that can be salvaged in your life, or that you can grow, heal beyond something that's happened. Because I feel like for some of you, there's this energy of, there's no way that I can come back from this. There's no way that I can fix this. There's no way that I'm ever going to heal. There's no way I'm ever going to get better. I'm getting strong addiction vibes off of this too, for people who are struggling with any kind of addictions, you know, whatever they may be, because there's all types of addictions in the world. Eating addictions, smoking, sex, whatever. There's all types of addictions. And I'm getting this energy of somebody who feels like they keep making these mistakes over and over again, and they're just being very hard on themselves, okay? But I feel like something is transitioning or transforming this week that's helping you see that actually you can be better, or you can make healthier choices. I feel like there's been a lot of confusion. I feel like there's been a lot of stress. There's been a lot of turmoil over something. I feel like you, collective, for some of you, there's somebody who definitely has more than one choice in a person. Just point blank period here with the 3 of Cups, the 7 of Cups. I mean, love is yours. It's just, I wouldn't be no type of tarot reader if I didn't bring this up, right? It's all over the cards. So there is somebody who has more than one choice, or had more than one choice. I feel like they played themselves fully. I feel like they did. I feel like they ended up choosing, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I said, right? In the great words of Drake. I feel like somebody treated you like that. Or you treated somebody like that, collective. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like, yeah, somebody treated somebody who was a very, you know, an oyster. Right? Somebody who had lots to offer. Maybe they didn't give it all away up front, because this oyster has learned that when they give themselves away up front, right, people take what they need. They take their juicy meat, they take their nice little pearl, and then they skedaddle. So this person, this oyster, wanted to see if this person was going to stick around. And because they didn't, it's almost like they proved themselves right, but it was heartbreaking for the oyster. Plot twist, it was also heartbreaking for this person too, because I feel like the whole time this person who was ever shrouded in darkness, I feel like this person knew what they were doing, knew that they were hurting something precious, or knew that they were doing something that they shouldn't be doing to that person, because all that person ever offered them was genuine kindness, genuine love, genuine affection, and they didn't ask for anything but that back, didn't expect anything but that back. So it's like, I feel like this person, again, played themselves folly, and now they're, I got some pirate fans. Arg, right? Show us your booty. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting pirate energy, but I am. Maybe this person was like that. Maybe they were a pirate on the seas of love. They just went around snatching hearts. And then they came across the right one. Get the energy of somebody who gets off on like their charm or their good look or something like that. Good looks only take you so far in life. Especially for me personally, good looks are going to take you right about here. Because for me, good looks are great. That's wonderful. You have a nice skin suit. Awesome. What about what's inside? Because that's what matters for me. Character, integrity, honor. Okay? A knight. That's what I'm looking for. A knight in shining armor, right? A knight. Knights live by these things, okay? So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. Somebody treated you like an option, somebody had a choice or whatever, or what I'm getting here is somebody goes out and they drink a lot. There's a lot of confusion. I feel like there is like some kind of alcoholism too mixed in here somewhere. I don't know. Look, even the little angel shaking up martinis like don't, all right? Like just like at the club shaking up martinis. I don't know, guys. I'm getting like a drinker for sure. I'm definitely getting drinks. Clink, clink. Yeah, they're giving me like the sound of like glasses clinking, which is okay to drink every once in a while. You know, even Jesus said you could have a little red wine, right? You know, Jesus was lit sometimes turning water into wine and stuff. I'm just saying, right? But it's like not all the time. Because again, when you do things to excess, in my personal opinion, and again, guys, anything I ever say is only my personal opinion, and you don't have to take it, you don't have to live by it. This is not a cult. You do not have to believe the things I'm saying or buy into or any of that. This is just my message I'm putting out to the collective, and we're going to see where it sticks, okay? But in my personal opinion, when you do anything to excess, drinking, having sex, eating, smoking, drugs, whatever it is, that is a cry for help. In my personal opinion. Because I've had a couple of those addictions myself. So I know, okay? So it's a cry for help. People will, again, ride or die for their toxicities, and they'll be like, yeah, you know, yeah, I smoke all the time, I drink all the time, I eat all the time, I don't care. And they don't care. Those are people who are living out of their place of pain, because, again, you are the creator of your own existence. Moving forward, y'all didn't come here to get lectured or preached at. Whew, anyways, that's what I feel like you're coming back from, though, okay? Dharma unfolding. What's this good dharma? What's this good karma that's unfolding for the collective, right? Look at that. Look at that and look at that, okay? Yeah, you have ships coming in, collective. And Three of Wands is a card about manifesting as well. We did just see the Magician, which is a manifesting card too. So I feel like you're manifesting your future. You're manifesting your destiny. Again, there's somebody who has several options or something, and they have their hand, maybe not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, whatever. They have their hand on the stave that they choose, right? And I feel like ships are coming in on the distance. There is something that's arriving in the next couple weeks. I am seeing a delivery delayed stamp. So I don't know. I feel like there is something that's on the way to you, collective. It is coming. So prepare yourself is the energy I'm getting. It feels like it could be love, or it could be like a financial opportunity. Your own actions are creating it. Your own actions are tugging it. It's like a tug of war that they're showing, or like a, not tug of war, but it's like a pulling. You're pulling something. Okay? And it's by your own actions. You might feel like you're just doing your job. You might feel like you're just making healthier choices. You might feel like you're just doing this. But actually, in the grand scheme of things, you're bringing something closer to you. Because if you weren't putting in the actions, if you weren't doing this stuff, it wouldn't be coming to you. That's the energy I'm getting. I don't know. Okay, take it as it resonates, but that's really what I'm getting. With the Ace of Pentacles, the good karma, the Dharma that is unfolding in your life is opportunity. You're getting opportunity because of what you've been healing, handling, removing, whatever it is that you know in your heart that you need to do. Because the fact of the matter is, and the truth is, the cold, hard truth is, I can sit here and preach and mentor and scream at you all day long, but you already know what you need to do for yourself. You already know the changes that you need to make. All that I ever do as a reader, all any reader ever does with tarot is confirm what you already know to be true in your heart. That's how you know it resonates, right? Because if it don't resonate, then it's not your message, honey. And we keep it moving like, what? Susan, that's right, okay? So if it resonates with you, then you know this is your message because you already feel that to be true. You just need confirmation. That's why people go to tarot readers, because they want confirmation. Sometimes, yes, we go because we want to know if something's happening. But again, it's already because you have an inkling that it might be happening. You have some kind of opportunity. What's this opportunity that's coming? The collector's way. Ooh, Spirit's like, did I stutter? Right? Yeah, there's ships coming in. Something's coming in from a distance, and it's going to rock your whole world. It's going to bring all kinds of movement in your life and bring you out of some kind of hiding or hermit energy. There is something coming in that is going to shift and change everything, collective. Ooh, to be continued, right? What is this Bridget energy? Recognizing that you have the power. What is this for my collective? So some of you with this King of Pentacles, Six of Cups, right? I feel like there's been this King of Pentacles. He could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. I'm getting Virgo. I also get Pisces with the High Priestess, but it doesn't matter. There's been the King of Pentacles that's been watching you or looking at you, or again, old thought, been reminiscing about you, collective, or you're doing this in regards to somebody. I feel like this person needs to understand that they hold the power in this connection. It's only ever been up to them whether this was going to succeed, fail, come to prosper, whatever it is. I feel like that's the energy here, collective. Like, there is somebody who they hold you in very high regards in their heart, and it's very noticeable even to people around them. I feel like even if they don't say it, like, people can feel it. People can feel the soul connection that you guys have. And I get that energy of like, they're starting to realize that they hold the power in this. I knew that when I, listen, when I first pulled this card and I had said, remember, okay, I had said there's an eternal flame burning. I instantly thought of twin flames. I instantly thought of that strong soul connection that defies logic, that we're, you know, once we awaken to it and activate it, it's like you can never forget it. That's the it sucks, honestly. Okay, just no cap here. It kind of sucks. Okay, especially if you can't be with the person. It's like it's not that great, actually. Like everybody romanticizes twin flames, and it's like it's actually like being in Vietnam. It's not that, like, you know what I mean? It's like being in war. Like, people go, oh, you know, support our troops and respect our troops and this and that, and then our troops are just like, golly, it sucked being in war. Like, but people romanticize war. They romanticize the hardship that people go through or whatever. That's the kind of energy with the twin flame union. It's like people romanticize it. People act like it's this great thing. It's this powerful connection. It's this, and it is. It can be, but it can also tear you apart. It can be addictive. It can be obsessive. It can be dark. It makes you face all of your darkness. It makes you heal. You have to heal in order to be in these connections, right? Usually there's something very taboo that is associated with the twin flame. So, you know, take that as it resonates, but usually there's like the feeling of we can't be together. It's like it's not actually that great. Anybody who has been in the twin flame, which a lot of you in the collective have, I know that, it's not that great. So there's this energy, though, of recognizing, though, that you have the power. They could be Leo, too, with that lion. It's just realizing that you have the power here, okay? That you hold the key, or that they hold the key. Somebody holds the key to this, right? I feel like one person in the connection has tried and tried and tried, and it's like, I'm going to leave with my dignity while I still have some left. And it's really up to the other person to kind of decide what they even want, because I'm getting that energy, guys. Okay? I really am. What is this? Yeah, it's a spark, you know, look, another king on the bottom. It's the masculine, guys. Tarot does not lie, right? Tarot does not lie. It's the masculine energy. This masculine might be working. He works hard for the money, right? So hard for the money. That's the energy I'm getting. Sorry, guys. You think it's funny how I just bust out in songs? You should be in my head, right? It's really funny how they just bust out with things sometimes. But yeah, I'm getting this energy of like, this person is, first of all, they could be working hard for the money, trying to build some kind of stability in their life. But I'm also getting the energy of this person is working on their emotional stability. They're learning how to be emotionally vulnerable. I feel like, collective, you were very emotionally vulnerable with this person, and that scared them, but it also intrigued them. Like, they admired that part about you. They wanted to be like that. Okay, which is exactly how your twin will be. If you're the awakened twin, if you're the twin that's living more in your light than in your dark shadow, your shadow twin will want to be like that, will want to be like you. But it is up to them to put in the actual physical work. It's like I was saying, we got to take steps, right? Take one step at a time to happiness, but you have to take the step, okay? It's one thing to want to be better, but it's another thing to actually be better. Do the work to be better, okay? So that's what I'm getting, because I don't want to stay on this twin flame love stuff, because good God, it keeps creeping up in my readings for some reason, and I'm like, right? So just because it's like, I know what my situation is, and my situation is what it is, right? I don't know what everybody else's individual situation is out there. Maybe somebody needs these messages, but it's just, for me, it's just very frustrating to hear about this crap over and over again when it's just like, I don't see that. But anyways, whatever. That's the energy I'm getting, though. Okay, guys, that's the energy I'm getting. That this masculine energy, specifically masculine energy, holds the power in this connection, and it's up to them, because they do have a burning wand of desire, for lack of a better example. They really do. They have a burning eternal flame for you, collective, and it's not ever going to go out. So, right? Come on, is this about the masculines or what? Some of y'all, plot twist, this masculine, right about the time he finally gets his nerve up to come towards you, or she gets her nerve up, because masculine energy is not about gender, it's about energy. You might actually have somebody who is coming in that's stable, that's ready. This one's like, oh, I'm gonna be ready soon. This one's like, I'm ready now, babe. What's going on? What's good? Right? And you might be like, I'll give you a little rain check there, King of Cups. And some of y'all might be like, no, my heart is with this person. I'm going to wait. I don't know who that group is, but we'll see, right? I don't know, guys. I can't judge nobody out there. Yeah, I feel like this person's, look at this. This person has seen the truth that sleeping around with random people, these third parties, this bull crap, like, it's not for them. It's very draining. Some of them with this devil energy popping out, they could be in a karmic relationship right now for sure, or feeling very chained to something as well. That's the kind of, I just got something very vulgar that I'm not going to repeat. Whew. Lord, I'm not going to repeat that. Anyways, but yeah, I feel like somebody is seeing some clarity, and look at them. Look how he's rushing away from the third parties. He's like, no, I'm good on that. I know exactly what I want. Okay, thank you. That's for somebody. Could be a Scorpio. All right, so Sepia, old thought. What is this old thought that the collective is releasing? Because quite honestly, I feel like that's what this card is saying, right? Magician. I feel like if you stay in a frequency or a vibration of your past, that's all you're ever going to manifest. I'm also feeling like somebody who has been living a very indulgent life, living the life of showing off or living this persona for people. This is me. This is what I am. I'm the Lord of the Manor and all this good stuff. And it's like, my life is perfect and all this. Like, I feel like this has been, but really they're like indulging. They're very selfish. They're very greedy. Like, I feel like somebody is trying to transform that energy within themselves. They know that they're putting on an act. They're tired of the same old act. I feel like this is going to bring out a lot of conflict. This person might even need to sail away, right? Like quickly, right? Post haste, right? That's the energy I'm getting. It's not funny, right? Because I feel like, grab your torches and pitchforks. Like, that's the energy. I feel like if this person, like, there's somebody out there that's stuck in a situation where it's like, if they were to leave, they would get like shamed out of town. Like, that's how they feel. Like fucking throwing rocks and day old bread at them and stuff, like I bear the scarlet like, I don't know why I'm getting so many references like that, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the energy of that for somebody. It's probably not funny because they probably really do feel like that. I've been getting this collective download for a minute. I just haven't said anything because I'm like, okay, spirit, right? But because sometimes I'll be Susie Side-Eye in spirit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, sometimes the downloads I get, I'm like, okay, spirit. But I've been getting this message anyways that, like, when somebody transforms or releases themselves from something, whether this is a job, an organization, okay, if you know what I mean, a relationship or whatever, they might have to go ahead and leave town. They might have to go ahead and leave, right? So let's just say this is you and your divine counterpart collective. You guys finally decide to get together or whatever. Yeah, y'all might end up going ahead and leaving because it's just like all there's going to be is just this if you stay. So what's the point? Like, you know, you can go be happy and build your life somewhere else. Like, that's the energy I'm getting for somebody out there. Lord have his mercy. Okay. Right? What is this, release your fears, light apricot? Yeah, I feel like, look, we were seeing the King of Pentacles, now we're seeing the Queen of Pentacles, right? I feel like somebody is worried about their financial stability if they make certain choices. That's number one. That's like the most prominent message that I'm getting here. It's like somebody is very worried about how this is going to be received or what's going to happen to them, their stability, their financial security. Some people got kids they're worrying about. They got jobs, they got, you know, their image, they have a business, their business relies on their image and this and that. I mean, I get it. It's real life problems. I'm not sitting over here like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, if you really cared, you just go for it. Like, I understand the technicalities of it all, is what I'm saying, okay? But what Spirit is saying, okay, and this is not me, you need to take this up with Spirit if you got a problem with what I'm about to say. Okay, what Spirit is saying is anything that falls away because of you making a choice that makes you happy was never real to begin with. Again, take that up with Spirit. Pray. Okay, go pray, because that's the energy I get off of this. If you lose friends, if you lose business acquaintances, if you lose this, if you lose that, it was never real to begin with. It was only ever people being happy for you through the perception of their lens of what they thought you deserve, what they thought you should be happy with. And this is another reason why we don't live our entire life for the public, why we don't play these grand, you know, friggin' acts and stuff, guys. You know what I'm trying to say? Them people who live their whole freaking life on social media and then let everybody know about their life, and then all of a sudden, like, now everybody's in your relationship, now everybody's in your business because you didn't put it on out there for everybody. Yeah, it's like a freaking soap opera. People are freaking invested in this now. It's not just your relationship, it's not just your job, it's everybody's now because you've put it out there for everybody, right? That's the kind of energy here. But people who see you, and this is again, because people only ever see what you show them. So if you're showing them you're happy, but really you're miserable, and then one day something changes and everything falls apart, people don't understand. Well, what happened? Y'all look so happy. That's because people don't put their downsides and their faults and stuff on social media. People only ever talk about how great they're doing. Because again, they're trying to play the role. They care too much about what other people think. Okay? So when it all falls down. Anyways, guys, could you not, when I'm trying to talk, like, golly, can I spit a sentence out, please? Anyways, when it all falls down, though, that's the energy. It's like, whoa, this was all an illusion. Whoa, we were never really doing this, or never invested in that, or never truly happy, or never, it's like it's all an illusion. And the people that you lose, the things that you lose, they were never real anyways. They were never there for you. Because once again, as I said at some point in this extremely long reading, people who love you, friends, family, romance, they will want you to be happy. I'm going to say that again because I feel like it needs to be said. People who love you, friends, family, romance, they want you to be happy. People who truly love you. It's like somebody going to their mom and be like, well, he beats the crap out of me every single night and yells at the kids. And the mom's like, but if you leave, will you be able to pay your bills? It's like, whoa, okay, that's that kind of energy of people who aren't really thinking about your happiness. Because having your bills paid does not always equate to happiness. Trust me, I know, as somebody who's been in a relationship where I depended on somebody for every single thing, that was sheer torture, and I will never, and I vow to you guys right here and now, I will never, ever be put in that situation again. I will pay my way for the rest of my life because I am never going to give somebody that power over me again. I'm never going to give somebody that power to sit there and tell me how they pay for everything, how they do everything, how I should be grateful, how they get to make the rules, and blah, 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 blah. Fuck that. Fuck that. And I say that with all my heart and every bit of emotion, and I hope you can hear that passion that's in my voice right now, because I mean that. I put that on everything, right? Anyways, okay. But that's the energy I'm getting here, okay? So with this tower, it's like anything that you lose because you're making choices for yourself, because you're stepping in your own true authenticity and happiness, it was never really yours to begin with, collective. And that's the tower that might fall. And that some of you are scared of that tower, or people around you, they're scared of that tower. They're scared to see who's really their friends, who's really their family, who's really their loved ones, who really cares for them. They might feel like nobody does. And maybe this person or you or whatever, you gauge your worth by how other people find you worthy. But this is all part of the experience, collective. This is all part of the experience. So yeah, somebody fears the tower that making choices for themselves will bring. But it's like that energy of like I said, it was never real to begin with. I don't know, like I said, you need to take these things up with spirit. You really need to pray. You really need to meditate. Go on a long walk. Talk out loud. Talk to spirit. You know, you'll get the answers. It may not come right then and there, but you'll get the answers. Whether it's in a mental download, an epiphany, whether it's in dream state, whether it's through actual signs, you will get the answers that you need. You just need to confide in spirit. That's what you need to do. Because I'm getting the energy of somebody who's confiding in these hosts, right? You're confiding in humans, and you need to confide in spirit. Because humans, again, they want to give you as much as they think you're worthy of. Like, you'll be telling people, I'm really not happy in this relationship, man. Like, I'm really not happy. My mental health is just crap. We argue constantly. It's horrible. And they're just like, yeah, but if you leave... Anybody who starts something, when you've told somebody you're not happy and they start the sentence with, well, yeah, but if you leave, that's not somebody you need to go to for advice. Point blank, period. Okay? Because people who love you, they want you to feel good. They want you to be happy. All right, cornflower, I'm done, right? Cornflower. What is this collective standing up to this week? As far as the elements, some of y'all might have severe weather changes suddenly too. Like it might get really cold one day or really hot one day. Maybe if you're in Florida, all in the same day, okay? Because that be happening. You're just needing to stand up to those elements, okay? What are they standing up to? Spirit's like, I think you covered it, Jess. Golly, right? Spirit's like, I think you got it covered there, sis. All right, yeah. I'm hearing like other people's perceptions of you or what's morally right, what's right for you. It's not even about morals is what Spirit is saying, because some people are having their morals conflicting with what they want within their heart, and really what's within your heart is what needs to trump that, okay? So that's the energy that I'm getting here with this Justice. We have Scorpio, we have Libra out here. But that's the energy that I'm getting with this Justice card, is like doing what is right for you to bring balance. Because again, swords that are erect in a divination are what? Clarity, truth, an understanding. You know exactly where you stand on something. You know exactly how you feel about something. You know exactly what you think about something. Now it's just time to balance out those scales by taking actions and standing up. Again, you could be having that conversation with somebody this week, bringing justice to a situation. Some of you guys might have an encounter with a police officer this week that you're going to need to stand up to them and say something. Be careful out there on them streets now. That's all I'm going to say about that right there. But I'm just saying. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have for the collective this week, my YouTube gang? I was like, did that scroll come out? I don't know, because I grabbed it with my hand, but I don't know if it came out. Okay. Wow, we have justice out here twice. So that's crazy because we have that good Dharma, that good karma that came out here. So we have justice out here twice. Some of you guys could definitely be meeting some kind of an authority figure, or running across a police officer, or having some kind of interaction with the legal field or the justice system this week, for sure, with this King of Swords, because the King of Swords to me does talk about an authority figure, or a police officer, a judge, a lawyer, something like that. Okay, a freaking hall monitor, whatever. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. But yeah, with justice, there's some kind of karmic retribution, karmic balance that's appearing in your life this week. Ooh. There it is, right? We have another authority figure out here. We have divine masculine too with the Emperor energy. But I really feel like what this is saying is that you are taking control. Look at this. There's a very domineering energy in your life, collective. Whether this is female, male, it doesn't really matter. There's a very domineering energy in your life. Somebody who feels like they know what's best for you, or they know what's best in this situation. And it's like not coming from like a place where I come from of trying to get you to do what you feel is best for you. It's like, no, I know what's best for you. So sit your little happy ass down, right? Okay? And just listen, or just do what I say. Like, it's that kind of energy. Some of you guys are starting to see too past like a father image. Like maybe you had a father who was never there, or maybe you had a father who was there, but he wasn't very great. It's like some of you, especially my masculine energies, you're learning not to compare yourself to your father, because you're not your father, for whoever that resonates for. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Look at all these authority figures. I almost feel like for somebody, that's a very tough crowd. I feel like almost for somebody too, there's like a board of Congress or something I'm hearing, or a board of chambers. I'm also getting like, just like this, like maybe you have to pitch something to somebody. Like you have to pitch something. And it's like a tough crowd. They're just looking at you like, who is this commoner that's over here telling me about this that I don't really care about? Like, that's for some of you guys. I feel like I want to pull cards for this. Like, just one general card for why all these figures are out here. Like, why are all these like court figures and stuff out here for the collective this week, right? What's going on? Yeah, because something's coming to the light. Some awareness is being brought out in the open. I feel like, again, somebody is making some kind of decision to take control or power in their life in some way, okay? So that's why this is coming. Like, you're sitting in your king, your queen, your emperor energy, and karma, justice is on your side. There's something here about like law. That's law, okay? We have truths are coming out. Wow, you can't make it up even if you try to. That's crazy. But there's truths coming out. There's truths coming to the surface. Somebody is definitely going to be speaking their truth to somebody, and I feel like it's not going to be received well. It's one of those things where it's like, I just don't feel this job anymore. I'm just not feeling this relationship anymore. I'm just not feeling you anymore, period, right? Like, whatever it is. I feel like that's the energy here, but there are truths coming out. Somebody could even be wanting to bring some kind of truth to you. Karma. Oh, I almost said karmic. I don't know why I almost said karmic. Because I meant to say somebody wants to bring some kind of truth to you, and I feel like they're trying to hurt you with that truth. Like, they want that truth to hurt you, collective. for whatever reason. So this could be like, say you have a good friend or whatever, and somebody doesn't like the fact that you're friends with that person. You know, it just makes them upset that you have a good friendship with that person. So they're like, I know, I'll go tell this person what this person has said about them. That'll fix that situation. It's like somebody wants to tell you something, like maybe somebody was talking about you, or I'm hearing pillow talk too. So maybe people were gossiping about you, or there's text messages, or there's some kind of screenshotted proof or something. Somebody might be sending you something, telling you something, I don't know, something to like hurt you about somebody, to turn you off against them is the energy I'm getting. I feel like if they're doing that, they know it's because this person is coming towards you, or because you guys' connection, your friendship, whatever, is really tight. It feels like friends, not so much love, but it could be. So take it as it resonates, right? If you want the rose, you must respect the thorns, right? That's crazy because that came out in the Patreon's reading earlier that I did today. Yeah, if you want good things in life, you have to respect the bad, or you have to go through the bad things too. That's the energy we've been talking about this whole dang reading though. That's the thing, right? With the oyster. Sometimes, you know, the annoyances, the irritations, the not so great things in life can lead you to really good things. Sometimes good things can come out of bad situations. Okay? So if you want the good things, the pretty things, the nice things in life, sometimes you have to go through these things, or you have to go through that growth that it takes to acquire them. Oh my gosh, I can't do this with these nails. Okay. Follow your intuition, which is what I feel like you're really doing. I feel like somebody has intuition. With swords, I always get intuition. So I feel like somebody has intuition about what they need to do. I just feel like they're scared because it's like it's going to cause this. And they know that. So take it as it resonates, guys. Listen, Linda. Did I not say this? Spirit is listening. Did I not say to go pray? Did I not say to confide in Spirit? Because Spirit is here for you, and Spirit will direct you and tell you what the answers that you need, right? But it's only up to you for you to take that next step, for you to invest yourself into that change or that growth. Spirit and me, both of us, could tell you this till the cows come home and our faces are blue. We can tell you what you need, what the cards are saying, what's going on. But it's up to you to actually bring that physical change into your life, okay? And then let it go so you may grow. Yeah, somebody is needing to let go of something, but I feel like they're scared. But Spirit is asking you to. Also, for those of you that are waiting for ships to come in, waiting for somebody to come back, I don't know why we would be waiting for nobody to come back, because we don't do that in this collective. We do not sit here and wait for people. No, you will waste your time, and time is precious. All you can do is live your life and attract, and what's meant for you, like these 3 wands, these ships on the horizon, it will come into the distance, okay? It will come to you. We do not wait. Okay, let's make that very clear right now. At least I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but this is my collective, and I'd like to think we're all on the same page here. But I get that energy of, like, you know, somebody who's manifesting something. Let it go. Surrender it. You've put it out there into the universe. You've told Spirit what you want, right? You told Spirit what you desire, what you're trying to manifest. Now you have to just expect it to come. That's all. It's coming. When? That's not what you need to worry about. How? That's not what you need to worry about. You just need to know that it is. Okay? It's living in that I am energy. All right, guys. Oh, Lord, this was a long one. It really was. But I love you guys, and I do hope it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.